You with a Banlist prediction today. And because it's February 3rd, the Banlist season is now really getting started. So, here are my predictions. And it would not surprise me if the Banlist looked kind of like this, but I don't see them doing all these, especially in the semi-limitation section of this list. So let's get started off with the banned cards. For the two banned cards for the next upcoming format, we have Genex Undine and Mind Control. It seems awful hard of a hit to Mermaid Atlanteans, but it needs to be done. Mermaid Atlanteans are an extremely broken deck, and they need to be hit hard. The deck can OTK very easy, and it has amazing first turn plays. Summon Undine, go +2. The card is a +2. Stratos was a contender to be banned last format, and it was only a +1. Undine is 10 times worse than Stratos because it can blow up cards and everything. Undine needs to go to 0. Then for the other banned card, we have Mind Control. I was okay with Mind Control back in the Just Synchro era because you had to have a tuner to make anything worth it, or they had to have a tuner on the field. But now that you have XCs, it's just kind of out of control. It's not fair anymore. It's really dumb, and Konami needs to address that issue. I think that they will either this ban list or in September, because it's going to get out of hand if they don't, because they're going to come out with a new monster after the XCs era. And basically, we lost brain control in the Synchro era, in the middle of it, and I'm pretty sure that we're in the middle of the XYZ era right now. And here is on to the limitations of my ban list. For the hits to wind-ups, this may seem awful hard, but it's needed. A limitation of wind-up factory and a limitation of wind-up shark. These hits will slow down the deck a lot. They still have a rabbit to stun, and then they have 3 rat, 3 magician. The deck will be significantly hit, but it has to be done. Unfortunately for wind-up players, the deck is very good, but its days come. It's been one of the best decks of the format for I think about the last 3 formats, because last format it was the wind-up hand loop, and the same thing with the time before. They addressed the hand loop, but they still have crazy combos which need to be addressed. Another hit to Mermaid Atlanteans, Atlantean Dragoons. Dragoons is very broken because it can search out everything in the Atlantean deck. And it has a decent body. It's just another hit to Atlanteans. I think that if you just limited Dragoons, the deck would be so, the deck is so consistent. That's its problem. If it just wasn't so consistent, it would be a fine deck. But it's so because you have Dragoons and you have Undine, and both those cards need to be addressed. Then on for the to 1. Another card that needs to come to 1 is Rescue Rabbit. Last format, I thought that it needed to go to 2 and Lagia to 1, and that the deck would be fine. But next format, lots of people don't realize this, but we're gonna get the Evil Swarm deck, and you're gonna think that Lagia was a joke after you see Ophion. He is more plus than Lagia. He's very good, and you're starting to see it splashed in. It's one of the fire decks. I think it's Fire Fist, and there's also Dino Rabbit, which everybody knows about that. The deck I'm starting to see it's becoming a lot like Rescue Cat. I've seen Gladiator Beast decks play it. My friend who plays Crystal Beast plays it. Not Crystal Beast, Gym Knights. I confuse the 2 archetypes a lot. Another card that needs to go to 1 is Sinister Serpent. Sinister Serpent really isn't that broken anymore. I thought about the best thing that you could do, and you could make Raigeki Break and Phoenix Wind Blast +0. So you're not gaining any extreme advantage. And as Mega Capital G said, it is advantage adding it back, but it's pseudo advantage. You're not going broken all out, just ridiculous plays. You're not going to win the game off just adding a Sinister Serpent back to your hand. On to the twos. I don't see them doing a lot of these, but maybe a couple. Black Whirlwind needs to go to 2. No questions asked. The card's not broken. Like, you're saying that we have a card like Grapha at 3, but Black Whirlwind at 1. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. JD to 2. I did this because of the unlimited section, which you guys can just see down below, but we're getting a pack Judgment of the Light, and I don't like the words judgment and light in the same sentence. So I think that we need that Konami might preemptively hit lightsworn. I don't think that they'll hit it too hard, but you never know. Then another card that needs to go to 2. Well, might go to 2. I personally don't think it does, but lots of people are screaming for this. Snow or some hit to Dark World. If I was gonna hit Dark World, if I had to hit Dark World, I'd just put Snow to 2 and it'd be fine. It'd slow it down just like a tad bit. It probably wouldn't do much to it. The deck would still be pretty good. The deck is so. The deck feels almost like spellbooks, but it's a little bit different than spellbooks. I personally like the deck. I have it built, but I think that it could happen. Like, it should happen because you can open Snow. Snow can search Snow. That's the only ridiculous part about it. And I think Book of Moon can go to 2 as well, because in this format I kind of would like a slow ban list. A slower format, and I think the Book of Moon to 2, like, it's a good card, but are people really gonna run it at 2? I just don't know. Bestiari too. It needs to happen. Gladiator Beast aren't that good. Gyzarus is good, but Bestiari alone is just a +1. Like, it's good, but it needs to get. I'm not saying that this will happen this time. I just think it needs to eventually happen over the next 3 formats. Lonefire Blossom to 2. It would make decks like Planet Synchro, like, it might make them playable, but like, the deck, it's just not what it used to be. It lost Glow Up Bulb, and it lost Trishula, and it just isn't that good. TG Striker to 2. If you're trying to hit the TG Stun deck, you stink, Konami. Striker to 2 isn't really the answer. I mean, Striker to 1 really wasn't the answer. If you were going to hit anything in the TG Stun deck, which wasn't even that good, I mean, it had some good matchups, but like decks like Chaos Dragon and Dark World just crashed on it. You should have hit either Rush Rhino to 2 or Werewolf to 2, and like, even then, it wouldn't have done anything. And the deck is still really good. If you were trying to affect something, I play TG Stun on here all the time, and it's great. I love the deck. On to 3. This was something that I highly thought over for a while, but then I decided, yeah, I could see it coming back to 3, and it wouldn't damage the format too terribly, and that is Reborn Tengu. The thing with Tengu is, it's not like Malicious, where it just creates straight up advantage. This card, it stops you from losing advantage, which, I mean, I don't know if it works with XCs or not, but I don't think it does, but I may be wrong on that. Please correct me in the comments. It's not that good. Like, you can't play it at 2, because like, if you draw 2, it's like, oh no. But at 3, it's okay. You might get like 1 good combo off of it, and like, I mean, we don't have Glow Up Bulb. You can't go Sync librarian, tengu effect, get back, another tengu, glow up effect, get back, yeah, mail something, and then get back, glow up, sync cataster, draw one. Like, that was kind of ridiculous, but we lost glow up, so I think it will be okay. Another card that needs to go to 3. I don't even see why this card hasn't been to 3 a long time ago. Magical Stone Excavation. Anything that has discard 2, even if you do bring back Sinister Serpent, it's still a neg 1. You can't make this broken in any way. It's just, you just bring it on to 3, please. What decks are gonna play it? Another card that might go to 3. Like, I could see this, but I'm not sure about it. And that is Lumina to 3. Because this is not the card that needs to be semi-limited. JD is just ridiculous. Lumina is just, like, you discard 1. You don't gain any advantage. You might mill a wolf, but that's wolf. So tell me what you guys thought about these ban lists. I personally think it's a pretty good list, and I could see some of this stuff happening. I don't know about all of it. Like, hopefully we'll get the ban list soon, and hopefully Konami won't goof this one up like they did the last March one. Okay, please subscribe and hit that like button for more videos. See ya.